to you, second evaluator.
I think they are both confused because they are named EV1 and EV3 and there's no
yeah, there's
EV2.
no second. So who's the second one?
Technically EV3.
Mysterious.
Okay, I'll go first. Well, I'm here to share my feedback or evaluations for Jean. Well done, Jean. You have attempted and you have you complete your assignment or so-called your speech assignment perfectly. You open your speech by asking a questions. When you ask the questions, you actually help to the audience to follow you. The audience want to, by asking questions, that is a technique that you use to draw the audience attention. That's what you have done very well. And you use your own experience throughout the whole, as your speech content. You bring out some of the memories that I shared because I was involved in the the Bayview Hotel. I actually involved in that club forming as well. And you bring out some names like Dato Koo. So it's good that you use your own experience. Yeah? And also you use words that touch the feelings of your audience. One of the sentences that you use, away from home, but feel home. Well done on that. Now, let's look at, I have 4 things that I'd like to suggest you for your improvement. First of all is that I would say you raise the cam. You are now in the position where you overlook the cam. Now raise it up so that it's the same level. At least it's slightly higher than you, or when you speak, you actually look at the cam. So, or maybe like right now you bring it away, position yourself a bit away so that the angle of your eye level is not overlooked. It's not towards, at least still out a bit. Yeah. Okay, your speech delivery's pace. I have this feeling that the horse, you don't allow the horse to run at the full speed. You are pulling the horse. So I have this feeling that why not you speed up the pace a bit, deliver it, at a higher pace, bring out the pace a bit. Yeah. And another thing I'd like to suggest you is that use your hand gesture to help you to release some of the energy that entrap in you. I have this feeling that the way you deliver this speech is that all the energy are stuck somewhere. It doesn't come out. So my suggestions to you is the experience, use your body to help you to release this energy. Last but not least, conclude your speech by call actions, calling for the actions of your audience. Ask your audience, don't be afraid. Go and experience the experience of being a protege instead of just share your story. At least at the end of your speech, there is a calling for action. Call your audience to take action. Well done, Jane. I hope that I'll see more of your speech. Thank you. Back to our GE, Lorraine.
Thank you, evaluator number 3. Now let's get back to our next evaluator for the evening, which is evaluator 1. So may I invite evaluator 1 to give their evaluation.
Thank you, G. Lorraine. And first of all, I must say, Hui Sang, I thoroughly look forward to hearing your speech, even though I am actually quite nervous in giving you an evaluation, as you are an excellent speaker, I must say. So that is out of the way. Now we can move on to the meat of the evaluation. So Hui Sang, I find there are 3 very good things that in your speech. First of all is that it's very, very relevant to the theme of today's meeting, opposites. You Break to Build. Title itself is very interesting. It drew my attention immediately. And also, of course, it is relevant to the objective of the assignment in sharing your experience about the team building event that you are involved in. And second point is good use of your presentation skills and also the software to show a good flow of information. All right, you show that we have the expectation, the reality, the challenges, and then the solution, which is the team building. And of course, the use of the flow is repeated again in showing us the lessons learned, 1, 2, and 3, the break and build, and so on. So this is a very clear use, very good use of presentation software to make your points very easily understood. And it helps me to prevent me from overlooking whatever information that you have presented. And last thing that I would say is an excellent point in your speech today is that there is an obvious and positive call to action at the end, and it echoes what you have put in the beginning, break to build. So that has a very nice package summed up in your speech from the beginning to the end. And these are the 3 main areas that I know is very good. However, I do feel that there are 2 areas that you can improve on. One being the content, in that I would rather enjoy maybe a slightly shorter introduction before you go into the meat of your presentation, which is how to break to build. That actually caught my attention. I'm waiting eagerly for that to happen. And secondly, is on the presentation flow. You have used a very good flow chart, process flow, but at the same time, I would recommend to put the title or the topic first before details, because, like, for example, you show fast, agile, resilience, then later on the PowerPoint slideshow on top would be the expectation. I would actually expect the other way around. You put expectation, then expectation appear first, and then later on the fast, agile, resilience, and so on and so forth. So that is, it would help align the flow of your speech with your presentation. So these are 2 points, content and presentation flow. And lastly, I would like to challenge on 2 items as well. 1, your speeches are very powerful. I would challenge you to use a mobile controller, stand back and just move your slides via a mobile controller instead of pressing your mouse. And secondly, to engage the audience even more, because I liked the speech, but I feel it lacked some engagement over there. So good things. Very relevant team, good use presentation software, and is a good and very positive call to action, improvements, content, and presentation flow. And lastly, on the challenges, stand back, use a mobile controller, and engage the audience more. Thank you, Hui-Sang, for a very good speech. And back to you, GE Lorraine.
Thank you, first speech evaluator. Now, since tonight is all about opposites, so I shall overlook the actual agenda and go with the flow, because I am the boss of the night. So let me invite the technical role players. So let me start with the R counter for the R counter report. May I invite Brad to do his evaluation?
Thank you so much, Lorraine, General Evaluator Lorraine. I was just about to text you, like, okay, later after the table topics evaluation, can you get me first into the meeting? But thank God you got my message telepathically, all right? So today we have a lot of people speaking. I remember I already used 1R. I remembered that I have to try to collect or to get all the R's and the and the fillers from all the role players. So I will try my best to do what I can for the role players, but I actually did it well for the evaluators, the speakers, and the table topic speakers, all right? So let's go on first with the role players. I took note of 3 role players here, excluding Lorraine, of course. I used another Andy, Leo, and Jacinda. For Andy and Leo, I could not get any speech crutch because all of you were giving your best and carefully choosing your words, but I got one filler, which is the Malaysian word la. I think you guys like to use the word la at the back because, of course, we are having a conversation. Of course, we should put the word la, right? We are Malaysians anyway. So both of you, just the word la, just be aware of the word la. For Jacinda, as the table topics master, you used, or I detected one yeah. You went yeah, let's begin. That was just a small little crutch at the beginning of your table topics and session, but all in all, it was great. Now let's move on to the speakers for tonight. There were two speakers. First one would be To Hui Sang. Hui Sang, you were also very careful with your words, careful on the ways that you were speaking. Only the first part I detected where you used you were searching for your PowerPoint. So you was like, where is my cursor? You went 3 times. And at the last point of your speech, I detected the word, or at least this is a repetitive sentence. You said to rebuild it and to rebuild it. So I think maybe you could put in something different, say to rebuild it and build it more. Something like instead of to rebuild it and to rebuild it, it's repetitive already. But all in all, good. Everything was great. Other than that, nothing. For the speaker number 2, Jean, you were also very careful with your words. The things that I could detect is you, at the last sentence, you actually said, similarly to Hui Sang, you repeated over the years, and then you paused for a while, and you went over the years, I. So you went over the years, I, instead of just continuing with your sentence. That was just the one small crutch that I detected. Good job, both to both speakers. Now moving on to the evaluators. For Isaac, you had a variety of speech crutch. So let me name it, actually only 3. So you had the affinity to use so. I detected 2 so's. You had the affinity to use I detected 1 and you had the affinity to use, I think this is your favorite, you use 3 times. So I detected these. So probably you could be more aware of this. For Sam, the evaluator number 2, you had 2 different speech crutch. At least I can detect these 2, which is AHM, not UM. You used it twice, and I could detect 5 times. So I think is the winner for tonight, the speech crutch winner. If you could all be aware of this, can reduce it a little bit more. Finally, we will go into the table topic speakers. We have 5 table topic speakers. I will let Andy do my part. Let me do the rest first. Of course, first up, starting with Shandini. Shandini, I could only detect that you used 3 times. That's all. Good job. Very, very less speech crutch. For Ziqian, also a variety of 3. I could detect twice, twice, and so 3 times. So these are unnecessary pause fillers in your speech just now. For Rain, you had 2 and 2 so's. At least that's what I detected from your speech. For Calvin, very good job. Only 2 different types. I detected 1 and 1 so. And last but not least, for Lorraine, you were very, very, very careful with your words. Everyone, please give Lorraine congratulations. Give her a big round of applause because she did not have any speech crutch in her speech. So now, as I have said that Lorraine didn't have speech crutch, I think she'll be more aware in her GE session to not use speech crutches here, Lorraine. So now back to you. Thank you so much for having me as the accountant.
All right. Thank you, Brent, for your very thorough counter report. One of the most thorough counter reports I've encountered that everyone should actually learn from Brent on how to give a very interesting counter report. So unfortunately, someone forget to record this meeting, so no one could see the evidence of this report. So those here tonight should take note of this style of reporting for our counter in the future. All right.
Lorraine.
What? Yes.
I have Brian's R's.
Okay, for the sake of tonight,
Table topic was
of usuals.
he was a table topic speaker. So he had 1 so and 1 okay. And actually, he said one R, but I cannot really count it because it's in the context of where's the report yesterday. So it's one so and one okay. Two only.
All right. Thank you for the additional R counters report from Andy. All right. So now let us proceed to the next evaluator, which is the table topic evaluator. And tonight, I don't think it's gonna be an easy job for the table topics evaluator. So let me just pass the mic to the table topic evaluator.
All right, thank you very much, Lorraine. Hi, everybody. My name is Kamal, the table topic evaluator. I'll be evaluating each of the table topic speakers, which this tonight we had quite a lot. I had to use a lot of brain power for this. All right, so first off is Toastmaster Brian. Okay, in respect to Toastmaster Brian, I will be remiss, given his reputation, that I don't criticize him cow. Brian is my technically my boss for this term, so I need to say as much as I can before the term ends. So Brian, get ready for this. Toastmaster Brian, your topic was failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. I would like to concatenate my analysis of your speech into 4 major parts. F-A-I-L, fail. The first strength that I saw from your speech was F, fluency. Your fluency in the English language was second to none. With the grammar that you used and showcased such a vast lexicon of complex grammatical structures on top of your head, on the spot. So I really hope the grammarian can attest to me and also confidently say your grammar was superb. On top of that, the second strength that I saw from your speech was your arrangement. The theme of the night was opposites. And you were able to incorporate the theme into your speech structure by first going with something that was good, then something that was bad, something that what you imagine things to be, and something that how things in reality are not so good. So great job there. Your arrangement was also first class. But Brian, there are things that all of us can improve. Even you also need to improve, Brian. So what are the things that you can improve? My third point, impression. Impress yourself, as in the body language and how you use that to touch the audience, not touch them with your actual body, but touch them with your body language. I feel like you were a bit static in your body language and you could have done more to impress yourself on the audience so that they are more involved in your speech. And finally, a call for action for you, Brian. My last point, L, life lesson. This is a speech topic that I feel like you could have incorporated a lot of your own personal experiences into it. So give us a life lesson. What have you learned over these years? Is things really as good as they are? Are things really bad, or are they in between? So to summarize my major points, your 2 strengths are F and A, fluency and arrangement. Things that you can work on is I, impression, impress yourself on people. And finally, a call for action is L, life lessons. All right, so that's only for Brian. Everybody else, I'm going to be a bit chill. Okay, moving on. I won't criticize as much. Moving on to the next table topic speaker, Toastmaster Shandini. Toastmaster Shandini, if you are the opposite gender, what would you do? So this is a very interesting topic. It is, I don't know if a lot of people think about how they would be if they were the opposite gender, right? But you are very comfortable with the topic, so that is something I would like to applaud you on. And also, you talked about attribute from the opposite gender that you would have like to inherit. So in this case, physical characteristics. So it also helps you in doing much more physical activities. But when you started off your speech, you took quite a neutral stance. You said, both also were really great. I felt like you could have taken the lead on this and say, no, men are better, or no, women are so much more better than men. So if you had a strong opener, it doesn't really matter how you think, just that having a strong opener could have enticed more audience to follow your speech. So really, really good job there. Moving on to the next table topic speaker, Toastmaster Zhishan. Hopefully I got your name correct. There is no courage without fear. You had a very, very clear message across your entire speech. And basically it boiled down to how much can you sustain? How much fear can you sustain in order to be able to overcome something and do something? And you also talked about hey, so how do you overcome these kind of things? You can go meet experts or consultants and get better at it and working through your fears. I feel like you could have taken a bit more personal approach, something like, hey, I have this personal fear, something like I am afraid of heights. So what I did, I went to the swimming pool, went to the highest board and jumped down. So that could be something you could incorporate, some personal story that would get us more involved in your speech. Moving on to the next table topic speaker, Rain. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Yes, this is clearly an interview question, but you handled it superbly. You took a humorous approach to this topic. And you talked about how you had a lot of hobbies, which was both your strength and also it is your weakness because you got way too many hobbies. And then you also moved on in saying that I would have liked to do a few more useful things in my life, like getting a job. Lauren, in my personal experience, as someone who's also new to the job career, focus on your hobbies, man. If you focus on your hobbies and hopefully one day your hobby becomes your job. So I would see that more as a strength as you dive deeper into your hobbies. Love them, love yourself for who you are and the things that you love. And hopefully there will be, a pot of gold down the road. And moving on to the next speaker, Kelvin Liu. Are you a talkative or a quiet person? Kelvin, you came in strong. You talked about yourself, which is something really important. A lot of the best speeches in the world are people just talking about themselves and their personal experiences, and you did that very well. You talked about what type of characteristic you are, what type of person you are, and you gave a lot of good personal experiences. Kevin, the only thing I would like to maybe see that you work on is your mic. So your mic was a bit distracting. You had that whole echo chamber setup going on. So when I was trying to listen to your speech, even though it was crystal clear, because it didn't feel like it was a speech because of the echo chamber. So I kept getting distracted. So please do tune up your mic, test it out before your next presentation or your speech. And finally, Toastmaster Lorraine. Toastmaster Lorraine. This was a personal attack on me, I guess. Toastmaster Lorraine said this statement: just because you're an engineer, how can you look down on people who are media people? Lorraine, I'm an engineer. Lorraine was arguing with me. Basically, I'm going to have an argument with Lorraine with this. But yeah, Lorraine stated her point. She was very confident in her points, even though it affected me a bit. And then she gave two very good points. One is how she handled with people who look down on her career and also people who look down on booster shots. So great examples. And finally, you ended it with a very good message. Just accept it and carry on. The biggest thing a person could have is, sometimes you just have to have the ability to say no, walk away. Don't let other people influence you and make your life more chaotic. Their chaos should be their chaos, not your chaos. So, yep, very well. Everybody did a very, very good job. We had quite a lot of speakers today. Thank you, everybody, for taking up the opportunity, showing us courage and doing this speech. So that's all for me. I'll pass the floor back to Lorraine.
Thank you, Table Topic Evaluator Kamal Kumar, for the roasting session. I called his report as a roasting session. And first of all, let me just clarify that during my table topic speech, I wasn't thinking anything about Kamal at all. It was another person. So please don't take it to yourself and feel so hurt about that comment, because that has nothing to do with you. Up next, let me invite our lovely grammarian Sruweta for her evaluation. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope I did not overlook her role.
Yes. Hi, Lauren. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was just adding one more count to your word of the day usage. Okay, so I was overlooking our speakers using word of the day, and I overlooked to use it myself. And so here I use the word overlook to tell you all how I overlooked speakers and overlooked myself in the meeting. So let's go on. First, I would like to tell about our TOE, Leo. Okay, I just noticed one improvement point for the Leo. That is, hope you all can see my screen. In the can be improved. One that is now come the most interesting part of meeting when he was introducing the prepared speech, where he can tell now comes the most interesting part because it's a singular, have to use plural word. And next, coming to the prepared speaker, To Huisung. Okay, first, one thing is consider breaking part, which can be better used as consider breaking apart. And then in PPT, I noticed one thing that is build transparent and trust. However, while explaining this, she used the correct way, that is build transparency and trust. And she made it beautiful by saying rebuild transparency and trust. And also another outstanding word is her speech title itself, that is break to build. Next speaker is Jean. In Jean, one tense problem I noticed, that is only one instance where it gave me opportunity to join Toastmaster Club, where it gave me opportunity to join Toastmaster Club. Okay, and other good words that I noticed are heart was pondering hard, which gives the intensity of what she was telling, and broaden my horizon. Okay, next is Bryant. Bryant, I couldn't notice anything to suggest you anymore. However, I noticed the outstanding words like feel uplifted, and also gives you the eye and rolls the eye. Hope somebody catched his eyes. And he also used word of the day. Next, Shandini. One sentence that I can suggest you is lot of things we can equally do the same. When she was explaining about men and women, since you are telling equally or using equally, you don't have to use same. That's what I feel. You can use as lot of things we can do equally. And the good word is the break the limits of my capability. Wow, very nice. Everyone have to break their limits. And next, coming to Z Xuan, one suggestion is don't forget to look yourself equally. Here, you can use, since you're comparing with, so you can use it as don't forget to overlook yourself equally with. Okay, this is my view. I am not 100% sure if you can use it this way, but however, I feel this is the correct way in my view. And other good words or outstanding words I noticed in your speech are don't look your weakness or strength. Even you can say it as don't look at your weakness or strength. However, it's a very good sentence. And also your fear will turn into your courage. Good. Also, you used the word of the day twice. Very well done, Zishwan. Next, Reen. Hope I'm pronouncing your word correctly. I did not notice any things to be improved. So very well done. And coming to Kelvin Liu, you have two suggestions from me. One is I choose to be mostly quiet person. Here you can add a to suggest that I choose to be mostly a quiet person, or you can put this mostly in the beginning and say mostly I choose to be a quiet person. Okay. Otherwise, let's talkative. Here, let's be talkative. Okay. That's it. Well done. Next is our lovely GE Lorraine. Only one thing I noticed is this happened quite recently. I'm not sure if I did not hear your pronunciation. However, I heard it as happen. It has to be happened since it's a past tense. And the outstanding sentence is I was taken aback. However, I kept my cool. Great. To Isaac, I have one suggestion for you too. I like the speech, but I lack the engagement of audience. Here, there is no grammatical mistakes. However, when you are telling, giving the feedback and you are telling that you like the speech, if you say but, the rest will say the opposite of it. What you can better what can make this better is however word instead of but you can use however. So it shows just a minute change in your sentence. And the outstanding word that I notice is it echoes what you have put in the beginning. That is great. Also, you use the word of the day. Samip, I couldn't notice anything to improve in your speech. Very well done. Even Jacinda, also I noticed she used word of the day. Very well done, Jacinda. You also encouraged the speakers. Timer Hugh Sing Seong also used the word of the day. And coming to our technical speaker, Kamal Kumar. Okay, you reminded me of my chemistry classes also when you said concatenate my analysis. Very well done, but I had to open all my senses to hear your speech. Okay, in that I noticed one thing which I felt maybe you can make it better by saying this way. That is, moved on in saying that. I think this in is not required. I feel it is moved on to say that because you're going to say or you're telling about to say something. Other outstanding words that I noted in the given small time is on top of your head. And it's not literally on top. It is from the top of your thoughts. And test the audience and tune up your mic, showing us courage. So all the good words, all double meaning words, Kamal. And it's great. You use everything in a very good way and very well done. To all the speakers, very well done. If you have not used the word of the day, you still have time until the end of the meeting. Please use it. And over to you, G. Lorraine.
Thank you, Shweta, for a very thorough report. I especially like how at the end that you gave a lot of word of encouragement for Kamal, because I noticed you picked up a lot of good words from him. I think that was like one of the most I've seen in a grammarian report. So last but not the least, the man of the hour, the timer of the meetings. May I invite the timer to give his timer report?
Yes, thank you, GE. And I already spoke to President Andy just now, and we don't want to overlook any speakers and players who are qualified with good timing. So the players who are eligible for voting, the time that you have used will be converted into cash. For the prepared speech, first speaker, you got 2.20 billion in your bank account tonight. And for the second speaker, you just overtime for 12 seconds. Congratulations to all table topic speakers. All are qualified. I give you 3 seconds to screenshot these slides for your timing. 3, 2, 1. And moving on to evaluations, only some eligible that you got 3.35 billion in your account later on. So that's all from my report. Don't remember to send your bank account details to me later on. Back to you, G.
Thank you, Timer, for your very unique report. I like how that you call it billion, and I do hope you get billions, but not in Zimbabwe dollars. Huh? Thank you. All right. I guess it is up to me, the last person, to give her report that is called the general evaluations. So let me just start off by saying it is always good to come back to this club. Like I said, it is my second home already. I am the distant cousin of the club. So yeah, very good. Welcoming from Andy, Wesa, as usual. They always do their job of welcoming everybody and having a little chat before the meeting. Now, going into the meeting, I would say this is my own personal mistake that I have overlooked. the latest agenda because I was given the agenda before the meeting, but I didn't download the latest one. So I got confused actually. Why were there only 2 speakers? But thank you for Andy to clarify in the chat for me when I private messaged him. So that is a point that I want to highlight, that this is my own personal mistake that I overlooked. So I will just highlight that in my report. Up next, I would like to highlight that the table topic was done well, and that is a good job on Jacinda's part, that she have given very straightforward questions that is not too difficult to answer by all our table topics speakers tonight. So congratulations for preparing very straightforward questions. And moving on to evaluations, I would say that tonight evaluators for the speakers have done their job well. I have nothing much to comment on because they both had given very good comments for the speakers to reflect upon, and also highlighting any part of the speech that was a plus in their books. Now, moving on to table topic evaluator, I must say that yes, 5 minutes is all you need. Kamal, you don't need more than 5 minutes, just saying. And I enjoyed the table topic evaluation from you because not only that you have given highlights to their speech, but also you gave some improvements as well. So good job on that within that 5 minutes. And let me just summarize as well. For the TOE's part, Leo, thank you for being the TOE tonight. You have done a fantastic job for trying to keep everything in check, in flow. However, you did make that little mistake of the speaker's introduction, whereby you said that there was only one, but actually there's 2 tonight. That's why there is a bit of mix-up. But however, you did redeem yourself by explaining after the first speech that there's actually 2 speakers tonight. So that's a good cover-up from your part. In terms of improvements, I would say nothing much, just that keep aware of that the little details of the speakers in the future. Overall, I would say that tonight is a success because everybody did use word of the day, which is something that sometimes is been overlooked by everyone. However, tonight, because of the word overlook, everyone is using it. And I do hope to see more of everyone else that is in the club, such as who are new members, to take up roles, because I do see a lot of frequent role takers. I do want to see some that I haven't seen before in the future meetings that I attend. So that's all for me. And back to you, Toastmaster of the evening. Leo, up to you. Up next is you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lorraine, for such a wonderful evaluation and helping us to overlook all the evaluations are done properly. Now is the time. Do we have a voting session?
Yes. Just announce it.
Announce it.
Ask 3 times to do it.
All right.
Yes, thank you very much, Risang. I guess we're almost done with our meeting. There's a couple more things for us to settle, especially the award ceremony. But I'll need to give Shweta a few seconds to prepare the award. So yeah, either airtime or president's closing speech. Okay, like airtime. Anybody want to promote their Toastmaster event? Now is the time to speak up. Who wants to promote first? Who wants to promote first? Come on, come on. You have to promote your division contest,
I
right?
got things to promote. Yes.
Yeah, please promote it. Thank you.
So tiring.
Hello.
Yes, people, we got division contest coming up. Coming Sunday, we are having a division contest for Division N, International Speech and Evaluation Contest. It's from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I'll take this opportunity to also promote Division S. So Division S is on Saturday, 10 a.m. Division N is on Sunday, 2 p.m. Both also will be 3 hours, if I'm not mistaken. So, yep, look out for our division pages. Please do subscribe to Division N or Division S appropriately in Facebook. And the Division N will be posting tonight. We already started circulating the registration link in the WhatsApp group. I'll circulate to the club family group also. And yeah, hopefully you guys can join and look at the best speakers that the division has to provide while they win the acclaimed title to be the best in the division and represent us in District 51. All right, that's all from me. Back to you.
Thank you, Kamal. Okay. Hugh, can you send the timers report to Shweta? Timers report, can you send it to Shweta, please? Hugh, just file transfer to her. Yeah, she needs it. Okay, I see Isaac has to go already. Left already. Okay, things are happening very fast. Okay, who else has airtime? Well, we give Shweta a little bit more time. Who else from other clubs visiting us today? Lorraine, anything? Hangout is on Sunday, right?
Yes, it's on Sunday. So after Division N competition, you can come and join my club meeting, which starts at 8 o'clock. And you guys can come in at 7:45. And we usually like to say that we enjoy hanging out with you. So hopefully I will see you guys there. But just to promote as well, we do need role players for the meeting, which is we need a GE, we need our counter, the table topic evaluator, and one more speech evaluator for the meeting. So if anyone wants to try out and explore this new club, please do contact me. My contact number, I'll type it in the chat box. So you guys can just contact me after this. Thank you, and back to you, Andy.
Okay, thank you, Lorraine, for always willing to help us out with a role player, even at the last day, last minute. Okay, Rishan, go ahead. Okay, that's it. All right. The Shweta, is the awards ready? Do you need more time? Okay, you need more time. Okay, then I will go to our guest feedback. So those of you who are guests here, you may be allowed to give some feedback for us. Let's listen to our timer, Hugh. So besides reporting on the time, you can give us some feedback about the club meeting. How do you like it, and will we see you again?
All right. Okay. Yeah. This is my first time at Butterworth and also Penang, invited by DTM Hui Sang. And for a club that have a very long history, 42 years, I can find that this is a quality meeting and also a quality agenda. As a VPE myself, I can see the agenda I can see a lot of information from the agenda. Very good one for that. Good job to the presidents and all the members of Butterworth. And it's also, if I can suggest, if you want to save time for the voting and the slide presentations, preparations, you can use the Mentimeters websites to do the live voting and the virtual standing medal for the best prepared speaker, evaluator, and so on. If you want to see how was this conducted, please visit to my club on every first and third Tuesday. Back to you, President.
Okay, make sure you leave some details in the chat for those who would like to visit your club on first and third Tuesdays. Thank you for joining us, and we hope we can see you again. Not the first and last time, huh? Okay, let's go to my niece, Rain. Would you like to give us some feedback? How did you find our meeting tonight?
Hi. So I found the meeting through yours. So I'm not like an actual member of the KK Toastmaster Club because I'm not of age yet. Apparently you need to be 18 to join Toastmasters. So I like the airtime part. It's very nice to have like a networking session, which is also part of the reason why I go to Toastmasters events. Apart from being very fun, it's also a really good opportunity to meet interesting people in different fields of work. What else? I like the background. Having like the same background for everyone else. It makes everything look very cohesive. And yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and the Excel sheet. Those were the most the most like pedantic in a good way, and like what was the word? Like very immaculate evaluations, which I like.
Wow.
The Excel sheets were
okay.
impeccable.
Thank you for that feedback. So I guess all evaluators, co-evaluators, if you want to impress Rain, put out an Excel sheet. Okay, Shweta tells me it's ready with the yes, Kamal. She can challenge you with vocabulary, so you two can fight it out, lah. I'm wondering whether Brian is available. Brian, can you video on, or are you totally out of it?
I can. Just please don't judge me.
No. I know that he had to go out, so don't worry. Don't worry about that, because I'm about to announce the best speaker, best evaluator, best table topic speaker. We still give the best speaker even though one is disqualified, so only left one, the default winner. So let's have the slides and the drum rolls for our best speaker. It's Wisang. Yes, it's Wisang. Distinguished Toastmaster. Yay. So let's have the picture. Let me pin already. I will. Yeah, you spotlight yourself. Good. I need to spotlight myself also, eh? So, yeah, spotlight myself. Okay, we're ready to take picture. Look into the camera. 1, 2, 3. Y'all don't. Rain, Rain, don't type chat. Don't type in the chat. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, next. The best evaluator goes to Tang. Yeah, Sam left already. Who wants to accept on his behalf? uh, yeah, I will. How to Photoshop? That means I have to put somebody else first. Never mind, Leo, you stand in first. You stand in first. After I take the picture, then I will Photoshop Sam Yap inside. Okay? You don't mind, you just stand in only. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next, best table topic speaker goes to da, Brian. That's why you need to turn on your video lah now, Brian. And I will add spotlight. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow, like very dark only. Maybe I also need to Photoshop you. Hey, you muted lah. Cannot hear you. What you say?
Maybe you need to Photoshop.
Maybe need to Photoshop. Hey, drive safely.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Yes.
coming and joining us and helping us out.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So that's it for the awards. So now I will pass on to my Vice President Education to give the special recognition and our pathways report. Over to you, Shweta.
Thank you so much, Andy. Thank you so much. And congratulations to all the winners. With this, let me move on a little bit more. Okay. I would like to congratulate and well done, Hoisang, for giving project speeches in consecutive meetings. You again started your run. I can see your run again, marathon. Yay! So let's take a picture. Andy, can you take picture?
Okay, she already spotlight herself. Okay, ready to take picture. Nobody type in the chat. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it.
Great. So thank you, Hoisang, for being a polite. So with this, moving on. Congratulations, Jean, because you completed your level 2 in dynamic leadership. Congratulations. Actually, Jean is giving her speech after a very long time. However, she completed her level 2 with this speech. Thank you so much, Jean, and keep going.
Okay, let's take picture also. Look into the camera. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Okay, go ahead.
Great.
Thank you, Jean. Congratulations.
Moving on, I would like to thank our role players from our other families who are also part of our families. Thank you so much, Lorraine, Hew Singh, Samip, Isako, and Bryant for helping us today with our role players. You are all heroes because last minute most of you has accepted these roles and helping us here. And thank you so much. And I would like to see you all in the next meeting also. Thank you.
Do you want to take their picture? Sam not around already lah. Brian is still driving.
Okay, I think we can take with Lorraine and him. Yeah.
Okay. Take these three lah. Unless Brian want to on again. No? Yes? No?
I'm here.
Oh, he's there. He's there. Okay, okay. Follow him. Okay, ready? In 1, 2, and 3. Okay, take this.
Thank you. Thank you.
You look so
And there
scary with
is-
your shiny teeth, Brian.
the white in the dark background opposites. Okay. Now we have a special helping stars of our meeting. In every meeting, Lorraine and Isaac are helping by taking roles multiple times. And you are all our guardian angels. Thank you so much for helping us. And you are all stars of our meeting. I think Isaac is not here. Lorraine,
Okay,
yay, one more picture of our
one more
star.
picture of our stars. Hey, no chat. Wait. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it.
Great. With this, I also have another star who made it possible to bring our helping stars to the meeting. That is our clubbing star, Andy Lim, our president. He always attends different club meetings with which we are now able to see a lot of guests as well as they are helping us in our meeting. So what did we learn? The networking, which is the main part of Toastmasters. And the best example is our president, Andy Lim. Thank you so much, Andy. You are our club star.
Alright. Okay, taking picture of myself.
Spotlight also yourself.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay.
Great. Okay, now thank you so much, dear guest, Reen, and we had Kelvin and